Some people in Springfield had to boil their water before cooking and cleaning this weekend. A water main break triggered that disruption. The break happened around 2:30 Saturday morning in the area of Battlefield and Highway 65. City Utilities spokesperson Joel Alexander says that in his time in Springfield, a boil advisory has never happened on this large of a scale. By noon yesterday, samples came back clear and the boil order lifted. But during those 36 hours under the boil order, our two major hospitals in the area had to turn to new ways to keep patients safe. Leaders at Mercy say they immediately turned to the hospital's on-site emergency water supply. That consists of more than 16,000 bottles of water. Administrators say that having a backup plan proved absolutely essential.
Essentially every aspect of healthcare, we need water. So for hand washing, bathing patients, dialysis, sterilization of instruments, food preparation, cleaning the environment, so the floors and the equipment, we need water.
Cox Health also tells us they coordinated bottled water support for their campus. After the advisory lifted, their infection prevention, sterile processing, and engineering teams worked to get back to normal operations. We reached out to CU again today. The spokesperson says crews are working to gather info on several aspects of the weekend events before speaking to us on camera. Right now, City Utilities is telling customers to make sure your contact info associated with CU, your CU account, is up to date. CU called and emailed those affected by the boil order this weekend. But if you believe you fell under the boil advisory and did not get any info from CU, the utility wants you to check your contact information. You can do that by logging into your account or calling the customer service line.